back here with this Attorney Spirit of Justice, where we're once again moving on and into the depth of Ace Attorney Spirit of Justice's Case 3, what's the turnabout they call it? I shouldn't look at the save file because it spoils stuff. I know we're on Case 3 now, and I said I would leave Case 2 behind us for the moment, but why were Trucy's fingerprints on the X? Anyway, if she wasn't the one who moved it there, if they're just saying he got on it from some other time when they were doing a show like Another Day, then why weren't Mr. Rios' fingerprints all over the coffin in the right way? And what was Betty doing under stage if the mistake wasn't scripted? And she actually cares about Trucy. Was she just wanted to check how Trucy was handling her mistake and then was just too shy to offer to help, maybe? Anyway, I don't think we have him in the book now, and there were a bunch of names, and I didn't actually get all of them under my belt yet, but I'm sure they'll bring them up again. So there's Trust in Me here, who is the murder victim, Acolyte Zeh'lot, or something like that. Zeh'lot, who was there praying that entire time, so I have to imagine they're going to be the real killer for a few reasons. One, they have a position of power, and they certainly loves making it obnoxious people in positions of power. Number two, they have already not stopped talking about how basically everyone there who was praying all day there, and thus they had the perfect alibi. Although I suppose if no one else would react even to us kicking them, then they wouldn't have noticed if he left, I suppose. But also his name is Zeh'lot. I guess there's that. Once we get a chance to talk to them, then, or him, I said it was a dude. I guess we'll know, because if they're really obnoxious, if it's an obnoxious person in a position of power, that's double points against you. Oh, we didn't have you in the book last time, did we? A Khura'In priestess and Crown Princess of Khura'In. Her divination seances show the last moments of the dead. Right, that's more or less anything we knew. Anyway, but we were just started the investigation of the Inner Sanctum here. Let's carry on with that. This rock must have fallen from higher up on the mountain. I thought it was a tree stump, to be honest with you. It's like the perfect perch for taking a peek over that curtain. Well, up I go. Wow, what an incredible view. It almost boggles the mind. Get down from there this instant! Right, sorry, I'll be right down. Looks like the Inner Sanctum is just slightly higher up than the top of that mountain. Oh, really? Huh. I guess that confirms that the stairs from the Plaza of Devotion are the only way up here. Interesting, they said your man was killed with a blade of some sort, is that right? Right, this is the photograph we took. Blood loss from an indomitable wound delivered by a bladed weapon, which could, would an arrow leave like or something like that, leave a dagger-like wound? I guess probably not. It's probably a bit of a different shape, because I was just thinking, since he mentioned that one was almost here, almost at this elevation, like someone could have shot an arrow from over here, maybe, while Maya was there. Because I'm trying to think of how, so far, the way we understand it is Maya and Trust in Me were alone up here. So really the three explanations are he killed himself, if we're assuming Maya didn't do it. Or like four explanations are killed himself, someone else was hidden in here and killed him, someone was like far away and killed him with like a sniper or a bow and arrow from another mountaintop, or someone had set up a trap, that like a booby trap that would kill him when he walked in here. The ritualistic dagger was rigged with like an extra blade that stabbed him, or whatever. We don't have enough information on what actually happened that night, I suppose. During the rite, the Inner Sanctum was fully enclosed by this ritual curtain, making this case something of a locked room mystery. But there's no ceiling to it, I suppose. A curtain around the perimeter of the sanctum isolating it from the outside world. The entrance was shut during the rite. The purification rite is akin to a bathing ritual for Lady Kee'ra. Therefore, it must be closed off from the outside world. Oh, so the Inner Sanctum is like her private bathroom. Indeed. So see to it that you keep it clean. Well, I don't know, the water looks pretty bloody. I wouldn't bathe in it. This flap in the center acts as the ritual curtain's door, but that's about it. And what was that shrill scream for just now? It's just... I'm afraid of heights. I didn't notice it as I was climbing up, but now that I can see all the way down... You and Apollo both, I guess. I guess that flight of stairs from the Plaza of Devotion really is the only way up or down. Well, they keep saying that. I'm starting to wonder if there's like this is like a secret passage in this mural or something, or maybe there's like a ladder up the back of the mountain. What an amazing wall painting. So this is Lady Kee'ra. No joke. It's a pretty weathered old thing, but lovely nonetheless. Remember there being a bird head on the hilt of the dagger we saw. I don't have a picture of it. This is the closest I can get to this one. Widget, zoom in, enhance. Is there a raven head on that dagger? Do you see the red mark upon her brow? That is the character for death in Khura'In. It is a mark of resolve to fight to the end. There are many different marks we make on our bodies, each with a different meaning. Interesting. That mark piqued my interest as well when we saw it on when the masked figure was first brought up. Come to think of it, you have marks on your face of your benevolence. So did the High Priest. The High Priest marks are those of a monk, while mine are of a royal priestess. All members of the Khura'In clergy have such marks upon them. The shape and location of the marks vary in accordance to conditions like status and age. And all records about them are kept at Temple. So it's kind of like a national ID registry, huh? In some ways, I suppose so. That updated his report somehow. Interesting. Is that a weapon in her hand? Yes, it is Lady Kee'ra's dagger, the very same one used in the RITE. It is made to resemble a Warba'ad, the bird Lady Kee'ra fashioned herself after. So that dagger is the weapon that took the High Priest's life. If you wish to know more about Lady Kee'ra, you need but ask. I get the feeling she's going to be super relevant to this case. I should definitely ask the princess for more details later. I'd like to see just what was added to the autopsy report, please. It's another page altogether. His face tattoo, the mark on his face is one borne by all members of the Khura'In clergy. Somewhere on their bodies, records of who has what mark and where are kept at Temple. Also seems deeply relevant. Interesting characters all up and down the side as well. This mountain face is like a towering wall. There are characters carved into it, but I have no idea what they mean. There is a prison at the apex of this mountain. A prison? Way up there? What, on this same mountain? It is said that Lady Kee'ra laid those she defeated to rest atop this mountain, so that their souls would not spawn evil spirits. I'm feeling queasy just thinking about being all the way up there. And the fact that it's a prison just makes it worse. So wait, then what's all this stuff about this is glowed like there's no one else on the top of the mountain? There's like a whole ass building up there? Let's take a closer look, shall we? Oh, here's her whole outfit and everything. It's been stained red by the High Priest's blood. The spring shall run red upon Lady Kee'ra's return. What's that from? An old legend. Wait, does that mean that the rebel hunting Lady Kee'ra in the newspaper is the real deal? Nah, that's crazy talk. Spirits coming back from the dead? Pfft, nah. I will say, though, that the amount of blood on this statue seems really suspicious. Like, how would it, like... We're talking about someone who was stabbed with a dagger, right? Not someone who had 60 pounds of C4 strapped to their chest and was splattered all over the walls. Whoa! This is blood! This is a statue of Warba'ad, the dagger on which Lady Kee'ra based her appearance. The bird on which... whatever. And all this blood is from the High Priest, huh? He no doubt embraced the statue in the hope that Lady Kee'ra would save him from death. May his soul rest in peace. Considering the amount of blood, he must have been stabbed with considerable force. There's no way Maya would be strong enough to deliver such a blow. I don't know. She's pretty strong, but no, I guess most people, I suppose you're right about that. Hey, isn't this Lady Kee'ra's robe? Oh, holy mother. Lady Kee'ra's robe is... I know how you feel, but we should leave it as is to preserve the crime scene. You imbecile! This is the actual robe Lady Kee'ra once wore. It is? What the heck is it made of? I mean, nothing should look this good after a few hundred years. Enough! If I say it's the actual robe, it is the actual robe. That foul murderer shall not get away with this. It doesn't mean you should move it. It is tough to see a piece of history sloppily tossed on the ground like this, though. It even looks like it's been mended a number of times. This robe kind of smells. How dare you insult a sacred piece of clothing like that? No, I meant it smells like incense. Oh, I see. The scent you detected is from the sacred incense used to purify Lady Kee'ra's robe. Whenever a rite is to be performed, the robe is first scented with sacred incense. If this still smells like incense now, the scent must have been much stronger last night when the victim was killed. That does sound pertinent, doesn't it? It's like someone's gonna be later on like, I had no idea the robe was even there or something, and we're gonna be like, well, it would have stunk, so you would have known. It's a lantern. It's still lit. Of course it is. The sacred flames in the 4 lanterns here have burned for centuries. Anyone who extinguishes even one of them would be put to death immediately. Oh, so that's why they're outfitted with glass wind guards. Still, I better keep my distance, just in case. So the moon and these lanterns were the only sources of light up here that night. The rite is performed by the light of the full moon, because moonlight is a purifying force. I see. No touching! I wasn't going to! Oh, didn't notice this before. What's this about? A charm or something? A bloodstained scrap of paper. Looks like some kind of note or letter, perhaps? But it's written in Khura'In, so I can't read it a lick. Let me see that. Oh, most of it's covered with blood, eh? Once the flame is lit, then... will be... This is simply impossible to read. Wait. What is it? Oh, the dragon? You're gonna think this is the work of the terrorists, whoever they are? What was their name again? The Defiant Dragons? The period's a little Mogatama mark. Or Mitama, I guess.
This stamp in the lower right is the mark of those insurgents, the Defiant Dragons.
The rebel group? What's it doing here? Is there some kind of a connection between the High Priest and the rebels? Well, they want her dead, I guess. Oh, sorry, the High Priest, not the priestess. To be. Blessing letter we found at the inner sanctum. A giant bloodstain makes it impossible to read in full. Curious, I wonder if that means it was on his person when he was stabbed, or I've got a bad feeling this is gonna result in them assuming Maya's an insurgent. Troubling. So that about does it for this area. And we're about done with the whole thing, I would wager. Just a few more looks around from different angles, and sorry, what's this we're looking at? I'm not sure what I'm scanning here. It's a statue of a bird. I guess I'll take a closer look at it. Right, okay, never mind. No, it's fine with it. Oh, never mind. Okay, we're zooming right in on the bird, I see. Oh, okay, yeah, one of the other eyes, the other eye has something in it, doesn't it? Look, the bird's missing its eye. I feel sorry for the poor fella.
Are you the one who took it?
Of course not.
This statue has been here for ages. I suppose some damage is to be expected. I shall ask my mother to have it repaired.
I wonder there are no lawyers left. I believe 2 of our were always treated like this. I don't think I'll find anything else of interest around here. But I feel like can I just zoom in one more time? That was the only thing I did scan. But no, there's nothing else. But there's still an eye left on the other side, right? If I go from this, no, get out of the way of the arrow. No, I can't look at it from this angle. Some of the bits of cloth are tattered here. There's something hanging off the ritual curtain there. Oh, huh. These look like those prayer flags. How did she climb over the thing like that? These look like those prayer flags down at the Plaza of Devotion. Except they are arranged like no prayer flags I've ever seen. How so?
All of these flags have been sewn together.
Hey, you're right. It's like they're one big banner now.
There's something written on a piece of it. Donated by Trust in Me. It seems this piece is from a donation Abbot in Me made at some point.
Sanctum prayer flags added to the court record. Interesting. I wonder. My gut instinct is that you would have those sewn together. The killer would have had those sewn together or would have asked someone to do it such that they knew which mountaintop to go to from afar or something. Like if they were sniping from those mountains or whatever. I don't know why I'm so hung up on the sniper theory. I guess just the fact that these mountains are so clearly visible from above the curtain makes seems sketchy to me at every turn. I think we've just about covered everything that needs to be covered here. I feel like I'm missing like one last point somewhere. I really get what you were saying, Green River, about like the ethnic vibe of the music in these places. It really does like put you in that location. It gives it a very holistically built feel. Like it feels like it was built from the ground up to feel like another place. Anyway, perhaps we can talk to you now. There's a to-do list. It still just says investigate the crime scene, but she's probably asked us. Oh, we can start to talk to you about it. We could probably present some of that stuff to you as well. Could you tell me about this place, Your Benevolence?
I have nothing to say to you, lawyer.
You know, a heck of a lot to say a minute ago. Is that because you don't actually know much about it?
What? You minute! I am the Crown Princess of Khura'In! There's nothing I do not know! Nina!
When did you get here?
Oh, where'd she come from?
Hey, no cheating!
Silence, barbed head! Nina's knowledge is my knowledge. End of this discussion.
What is she, your pocket internet?
This spring is where Lady Kee'ra came to cleanse her body of the blood of battle, and today's purification rite is a ceremony that traces its origins back to those days.
And you really got a lot from those, like, half a second of whispering.
Cleansing Lady Kee'ra's robe in this sacred water lends one courage for the next battle.
I see. Thank you for that excellent explanation.
Commoners are normally barred from here, except for the day of the rite.
Who normally controls the access to this place?
The High Priest and his family are responsible for that.
The High Priest and his family, huh? You asked me to ask you about Lady Kee'ra earlier. Let's do that. So could you tell me more about this Lady Kee'ra?
As an outsider, I suppose your ignorance is all but unavoidable.
Whatever happened to you need but ask?
Nina? Lady Kee'ra was the Holy Mother's younger sister. But unlike her older sister, she lacked the ability to channel spirits. However, it is said that none could equal her skill with the dagger.
A dagger? Well, this became relevant fast.
The Holy Mother guides our souls, and Lady Kee'ra keeps the peace with her dagger.
A neat duo.
Lady Kee'ra was prepared to die for her people. She cloaked herself in a sacred battle robe and concealed her face as her sister did.
Oh, interesting. So they would both have been wearing masks at the time of the rite as well, maybe? Okay, but who was she fighting against?
Throughout our history, we have been set upon by rebels. Now is no different, for our enemy now is the defiant dragon led by the insurgent Dirk.
You know, insurgency on whatever side, their banner looks pretty cool. So Lady Kee'ra played a role akin to the police, huh? So what's with the bird imagery?
Lady Kee'ra's robe is fashioned into the likeness of a Warba'ad.
It's either Warba'ad or Warbird, basically.
It is a fearsome bird that is unique to Khura'In.
I see. And what about the recent rebel hunter, Lady Kee'ra? Who do you think she is? Oh yeah, no, it's got the bird on it as well, and the mask is looking right and everything. Widget, no need to zoom in and enhance, you're good. And this banner has the defiant dragon symbol on it, but we're not sure about the other one. It does feel like this is like in focus in an unusual way, like they'll have us pointed out later.
I have heard about her, but I have yet to ascertain the truth. However, I believe her to be a vigilante, or more precisely a patriot.
Interesting way to put it.
So even Princess Rafa doesn't know the true identity of the rebel hunter, huh?
I think it would be weird if she did. Could you tell me about the High Priest and his family?
Abbot and me lived with his wife and his disciple acolyte Pray Zeh'lot.
Oh, Pray Zeh'lot, okay. Who's my prime suspect for the moment.
A young man the couple took into their home upon finding him near our kingdom's border.
Speaking of his wife, isn't she the one who usually plays the role of Lady Kee'ra?
Yes, but as she is with child, the role was appointed to someone else. The killer no doubt offered to stand in, as she saw it as a chance to slay the High Priest.
No, you have it backwards. He was the one who asked Maya to stand in.
And that braggart must have embellished her qualifications. I'm really not sure how she could.
Besides, why didn't you stand in for the High Priest's wife then?
Did I not tell you before? As a direct descendant of the Holy Mother, the role of Lady Kee'ra is forbidden to me.
I forgot about that, if you did tell me.
For those descended of her holiness must not defile their bodies with the blood of battle.
Oh, yeah, you did say that, didn't you? I should probably talk with the High Priest's wife and acolyte Zeh'lot later, too. And about does it for the Inner Sanctum. I should probably head back to the Plaza of Devotion and let Emma know I'm done. After all, she's the one putting her neck on the line for me to investigate this place. But also, let's present some stuff to you before we head out here. Did I already present you the attorney's badge? Yeah, I did. And yet, no thoughts on a single one of them. Off we go then. I mean, we did gather quite a bit of useful and interesting information here, so we can let Emma know that her sacrifice was not in vain. May 10th, Plaza of Devotion. I still can't remember. We got knocked out by our own intense back pain. Wow, they're still praying.
The religious devotion of our people is the pride of our kingdom. Come what may, they will continue to pray until tomorrow afternoon.
Well, I will say this level of devotion is certainly to be respected. I've got a bad feeling that means you won't be able to testify in court till tomorrow afternoon. Now to find Emma.
Oh, hi. You there, wait. I want to ask you something.
Oh, okay.
Do you know me? And do I know you?
Well, I'm Phoenix. Phoenix Wright. I'm a lawyer.
No. I want to know if you know who I am.
Huh? How should I know? I've never even seen you before. This guy's acting really strange. Wonder if he has amnesia or something. I should talk to him a little more just in case he's connected to this case somehow. I suppose we should. Oh, this is all new information since Emma's gone, I guess.
Acolyte Zeh'lot's still focused on his prayers. Is not such devotion worthy of commendation? Still, he has not yet learned of the High Priest's death. When I think of how he will learn of it once his prayers are over. Yeah, it does seem cruel, doesn't it?
I reckon he knows. They're still praying. And that's really something.
It's called their absolute devotion to Lady Kee'ra.
But you don't have to pray to her, your benevolence.
Our customs dictate that I must never associate myself with Lady Kee'ra in any way. Instead, it is my duty to offer my prayers and dance to the Holy Mother every day. Why don't you try offering up a dance or two? I think you'll find it quite uplifting.
No thanks, I'm good. Especially not at this high.
To think I would witness a lawyer being allowed to pass through this sacred gate.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't unless I had to. Those stairs were brutal to climb.
What's this? Do you even know how many monks would give their lives to pass through that gate? Be thankful for the great honor that you've been afforded.
Yes, your benevolence. Cool. Hello. Well, I'm a lawyer. Just in case you need more proof.
My head.
Are you okay? Do you remember something?
My head. So itchy.
What is with this guy? I've learned to not ask. Just we'll figure it out eventually. I kind of love him though. He's kind of my favorite. Show him a bunch of random stuff. See if any of this piques his memory. Okay, well, nice to meet you. Are you having trouble remembering who you are? No, I'm sorry if I offended you. Huh. I thought he was gonna pull a weapon on me. So did I. He's just pulling some snack out, one after the other. Fried lizards or something.
I'll try to remember what I was supposed to do. I know it's something important.
Do you know this man or something, Barbed Head?
No! I just said I've never seen him before, didn't I? She doesn't trust you.
Are you Lady Kee'ra?
You know of Lady Kee'ra. Then you are Khura'inese, I take it.
Maybe?
Wait, are those lizards he's eating?
What, you want one?
No thanks. I just ate.
Now I remember. Get a load of this. Well?
Well, what?
I believe he suffers from a far more serious malady than mere memory loss.
No good, huh? I guess I'll try somebody else.
Okay, bye!
So who was that man and what did he want, Barbed Head?
I wish I knew.
Hey, Mr. Wright.
What now?
What's wrong?
I didn't surprise you that badly, did I? Oh, no, it's nothing. Actually, I've been looking for you. I wanted to tell you I investigated the crime scene. I hope it wasn't too much trouble getting my investigation of the Inner Sanctum approved. Oh, it was fine. Prosecutor Salmati gave his okay straight away. I was starting to think that you did not ask. Curious. Seems like a rather fair-minded prosecutor.
He said that you would probably give up once you saw the crime scene for yourself, and that moving on before the trial began would be the smart thing to do.
He must be feeling really confident about his case. Well, just so you know, I have no intention of giving up. I figured. That's why I prepared a little gift for you. I thought it might help your investigation. Oh, Lumino, is it? Here, it's all yours. I wanted to bring you a bunch of other forensic tools, but they were confiscated at the airport. No testing fluid. This actually might come in handy. I'm surprised that was allowed. They're usually pretty strict about liquids. Also, I made a copy of the crime scene photo for you. But I guess, having a bunch of white powder would also probably get confiscated as well. Thanks. All this will definitely come in handy. So this is what the High Priest's body looked like after the murder. Nothing strikes as terribly unusual so far. I guess he's got the Magatama key on right, or a Magatama key on right now, so maybe that will come into play somehow here. Are those markings the same as the one on his face here? I guess they're supposed to be. They don't really look the same. This goes like one, it looks like they're like threes, but these ones are a bit more like they're more squiggly and stuff. But yeah, I have a really hard time believing that the blood got all the way up onto the top of the wings and everything, and sullied the entire pool. And this was left here at this time as well. Nothing else looks terribly unusual. I'm sure I'll stop saying that eventually. He's still wearing his jangly bells. I'll keep this along with the picture I took at the crime scene. Very good, very good. Bearing in mind they were taken at different times. Thank you. Oh yeah! They're done questioning Maya. Really? I should go pay her a visit then. Poor Maya. She must be feeling pretty lonely. I should let her know that I'll be defending her too. Oh shoot! Look at the time. I have to get going. You sure seem busy. That's because His Ephemeral Holiness is a real slave driver. His Ephemeral Holiness? Prosecutor Sanmati. He's like the world's hardest riddle wrapped in a flowy sash. I keep wondering if it's just a clash of cultures type of thing, Like, he'll ask the most insane things of me without batting a single long eyelash of his. This Prosecutor Salmani sounds like he's used to holding some serious clout. Why do I have such bad luck with prosecutors? First it was the glimmerous fop, and now that I'm finally rid of that grating, bling-loving Europhile, I get this guy. Oh no, I'm really going to be late. You'll probably make me listen to one of those really long sutras again. I'll see you later. Bye, Emma. Oh, poor Emma. He makes her listen to sutras? Sounds like Emma's got it pretty rough too. She does not appreciate Prosecutor Salmati's sutras. What ingratitude. It appears that she, too, is lacking in religious devotion. I don't think that's what the problem is here. Besides, Emma's not even a Khura'inist. Oh, we've got more things to say with her. Let's just show her the new picture now that we've got it. Sorry, this is maybe a bit disturbing. Wait, we already had this when we did the autopsy report. What to do? Are you going to speak with that woman? If you mean Maya, then yes. There's something I need to talk to her about. Something like a jailbreak. And how exactly could we do that with you in a guard watching us like hawks?
That man we just met, he seemed quite suspicious to me. Don't tell me he's an acquaintance of yours.
For like the 4th time! No! Not everyone who's suspicious is friends with a lawyer or vice versa, you know. For example, I have many upstanding friends and acquaintances, like a chief prosecutor.
Well, as long as your friends are free from the taint of corruption.
They are!
And not everything is about good and evil.
More importantly, probably. Maya! Hi!
May 10th, Detention Center.
She looks very, very disturbed, which I get. Nick! I knew you'd come!
Maya, she sure looks tired. How are you holding up?
It wasn't me, but no one will believe me.
I have to admit, I'm still a bit in shock. Who would have thought you'd get caught up in something like this, and so far from home?
But I'm going to defend you, so hang in there. We can do this if we work together.
This is all my fault. I mean, you came to Khura'In just to visit me. We hadn't seen each other in ages, and then this happens.
I haven't seen her this down in ages either.
Come on! Remember who you're talking to.
Besides, I thought you'd be used to being the usual suspect by now.
I guess you're right. And you've saved me each and every time.
Yep. So just tell me everything you can and let's go from there.
Barbed head! Stop stalling and go straight to the matter of true import. We know she is the murderer, therefore it is time for her confession. Your benevolence? What brings the royal priestess to a place like this? I am watching over this lawyer to keep him from tampering with anything in this case. Now out with it! Confess your crime! Please, your benevolence. Could you please take it down a notch or 3?
Maya, please tell me what you can. I know this must be difficult, but anything you remember might help.
Sure, okay.
Oh, and hey, I'm a lawyer. I don't know if that ever came up in our discussions.
Oh, hey! Congrats on getting your badge back, Nick.
Oh my god, she hasn't seen him since that happened. That's crazy. She left a letter in his place. But maybe there's been a video call, but that's wild. Wait, did we already show her this? I think maybe we did before she got arrested. Oh, we already showed her this as well. So I guess we would have everything but the autopsy report, basically. Well, I may as well just show her the newspaper in case.
There you go, presenting things left and right again, as always. Sure takes me back to the good old days. Ooh, present something else, Nick.
If that's what you really want. Does it seem to cheer her up a bit?
I didn't kill the high priest, I swear.
Of course you didn't.
And why should I believe the words of an accused? But I really didn't kill him. And if you don't believe me, then prepare to get an earful. From Nick. What? Get me out of this!
I'm just defending you. It's not like I have to say stuff. Doesn't seem to have any thoughts about the rest of it, though. Still only 1 page of evidence. I imagine there's gotta be at least a bit more before the end. Or before the beginning of the court case. By the way, has this stuff changed now that Maya's here? This one has.
A guard will come running if you ring that bell there.
Really?
Let's put that to the test, shall we? Oh, but they got really mad last time when I rang it for no reason. You could have told me that before I rang it!
The incident! Let's discuss.
I didn't kill the high priest. I wouldn't even dream of it. I mean, he always treated me so well. Abbot was an important figure with a ton of duties, including training acolytes. He was really kind, even to a foreigner like me. He even invited me over to his house whenever I was between training sessions. How could I ever kill someone like that?
You sound just like, Obi did.
He sounds like a really good person. I read that as I think I would have killed him.
I think I would have liked him.
It was so much fun. I got to enjoy meals with his family and everything. And his wife was a master of Khura'Inese cuisine. I've never eaten better in my life.
It's like they were her family and home away from home in this foreign land. They must have been a source of comfort, what with being here for training all alone. But what?
I can't completely deny the charge either. Huh? As I suspected, Snake has shown her true colors at last. Your benevolence, please.
I'm trying to figure out what really happened here.
Yeah.
So, what do you mean you can't completely deny the charge?
Well, during the purification rite, I suddenly got really, really sleepy. Next thing I knew, Abbot was, dead.
You suddenly got sleepy. So then you didn't actually see the high priest get murdered?
No, I didn't, but if I was possessed by some crazy spirit while I was asleep, then...
What an excuse. We've been here before, but if someone was, tranked her, then maybe they tranked Phoenix as well. They thought they knew of his reputation and wanted him out of the way, but if that's so, then did they know of his reputation because they were not Khura'Inese, but you know, American or European or something? Or was it a matter of after he got some acclaim in the Yulby case, this person who was also planning a murder, which may have some tie to the insurgency, was like, okay, we gotta get rid of this guy. Which case you'd wonder why they didn't just murder us, but anyway.
What an excuse. How dare you pin your crime on another person's soul? Be honest. What you call training is but an extended vacation in reality, and that training here is simply for prestige. No! It's not like that at all! I'm trained to become the master of the Khura'In channeling technique. A neophyte practitioner such as you become a channeling master. I think not. The spiritual power required is beyond the means of an outsider like you. Whoever seems to really hate fakers. But Maya does actually have the power to channel spirits. I should let Rafa know. Your benevolence. I wouldn't call Maya a neophyte because she can already channel. Ow! Wait, Nick. What? Can I talk to you for a second? Why is she whispering all of a sudden? I want to keep my spirit channeling ability a secret while I'm here, Nick. What? Why? I'll, explain later. Just keep it a secret for now, okay? If you say so. What's that all about? What is all that whispering about over there? Oh, it's just nothing, really. I'll have to ask about this later when Princess Rafe is not around. Oh, I almost forgot. Nick. Yes? About Abbot Emmy's murder. There was something I noticed that I thought strange. Oh? Please? So what was it you noticed? Well, you probably won't believe me, but why don't you let me be the judge of that? Okay, so, you know that spring? The spring. You mean the pool in front of the Warba'ad statue? Yes, that. The water in there was dark red. And when I say dark red, I mean blood red. Like not see-through at all. Oh, that, yeah, I saw it too. You did? Yeah, the High Priest's blood turned it red. What? No, that's not what I meant. The spring was red before he was killed. What? Wait, so it was already red even before the High Priest was killed? Yeah, I noticed it during the purification rite, just before I passed out. It's just like the ancient legend says. What ancient legend? The one about it'll run red when What's-Her-Face comes back. Lady Kee'ra. Probably shouldn't say What's-Her-Face in the presence of Rafa over there. The spring shall run red upon Lady Kee'ra's return. That's how it goes, anyway. Hold on. Yes, there is a legend about the inner sanctum that says just that. But the water runs red this time thanks to the murder. The police investigation confirmed it. How? Perhaps your eyes were deceived by the lantern lights reflecting off of the water. I don't think that was it, though. An ancient legend, huh? Wonder if it's connected to this murder somehow. Seems strongly like it can be. Oh no, we've got another statement! But I don't know when I'm allowed to use that, because it's just her word. It's fine, I'll just keep a cool head. It'll work out. It'll work out. It'll definitely work out. It's gotta work out. It has to work out. It must work out. On the day of the rite, the water in the spring was already stained red when Abbot Emmy and Maya arrived at the inner sanctum. Yeah, okay, it just says that here as well. Nick? Yes? So, actually, there's one more thing. What's up with Maya? She keeps looking over at her benevolence like she's worried what Rafa will think. We can wait till can we not? Oh, I guess we can't ask her to step out. She's trying to watch over us here. There's something I want to show you. Oh my god, I just had the thought. If she can channel people, what if that comes into play mid trial? Like she is able to prove that she can channel it by channeling the deceased or something. Although I guess your man is bald, isn't he? So all her beads would fall off and the hair little scrunchy as well. There's something I want to show you. There is? I found this at the inner sanctum after I came to. It's got the mark of death on it. Is this a letter? It's in Khura'Inese, out of newspaper clippings, is it? What's with the puncture holes on it? It's like it was folded up, but like stabbed. See that stamp on the far left at the end of the letter? Does it look familiar? Sure does. This red stamp here. That's the mark of Lady Kee'ra. Oh, right. It looks just like the mark on her forehead. Lady Kee'ra, you say? Let me see that. What? This is... What? What does it say? Do not perform the rite. I know what you are planning, Lady Kee'ra. That sounds like a threat, or a warning. Whoever's pretending to be Lady Kee'ra was pressuring the High Priest to stop the rite. Well, it was cut out of newspaper clippings, so it could have been anyone. Yeah, that's what it looks like to me, too. Nick, do you think... Wait. First, there's that ancient legend. You're gonna get at that this Lady Kee'ra rebel was the killer, the real killer. The spring shall run red upon Lady Kee'ra's return. Now, there's also Lady Kee'ra's warning. Plus with the Warba'ad dagger being eyed as the murder weapon. Don't tell me. That's why she has to be the real deal. It gives me chills just thinking about it. I bet Lady Kee'ra's spirit possessed the sacred robe or something. Don't tell me. You actually believe that the real Lady Kee'ra returned to kill the High Priest? Don't be silly, Nick. Huh? Historical figures don't come back to life. I mean, give me a break. But, you were saying only yesterday how it was more fun to believe that she's the real deal. Yeah, yesterday. I wish I could keep on entertaining that fantasy too. But the fact is, we're dealing with a murder here. Thus, my days of dreaming have come to an end. I'm going to keep it real from now on, and you should too, Nick. I thought you said I was the boring one because I was keeping it real. Sorry, I guess I've outgrown that step ladder argument we always have. No! Don't say such things! I think you mean ladder, Maya. Teehee. Keeping it real, you're suggesting it's the Rebel Hunter. So what do you mean by keeping it real? Oh, so you know how someone is dressing up like Lady Kee'ra and capturing rebels, right? Oh, you mean the Rebel Hunter Lady Kee'ra on the papers? Yeah, that one! I think that's who probably sent this warning. What nonsense is this? You dare to suggest that Abbot Immi was slain by Lady Kee'ra? You nitgun poop! Ah! The Rebel Hunter is sure to be a vigilante who loves this kingdom. And it is that patriotism that led to them to cloak their identity in the guise of Lady Kee'ra. I don't understand you. You're saying that this person who's faking being Lady Kee'ra is somehow cool with you? You're just like kind of all right with this vigilante, and they can't be... There's no way this vigilante could have killed someone. Such a patriot would never slay the High Priest. I guess it's only natural for Princess Rafa to see it that way, but I can't let it go with that. Besides, why would such a vigilante want to stop the purification rite in the first place? I haven't figured that one out yet. I rest my case. Still, if this Rebel Hunter had a compelling enough reason, they might have killed the High Priest after he ignored their warning. You big dummy! You can't fool me! It was you who forged that warning letter. We already found him with a letter on his person covered in blood that had the dragon symbol on it. You are trying to shed your guilt onto our most sacred Lady Kee'ra. Admit it! No, I never do such a thing. Now be your benevolent... Now, your benevolence. Let's try to remain rational about this. It's not really your skill set. Maya, did you show that letter to the police? No. I was afraid that it would anger everybody needlessly, so I was waiting to show it to you, Nick. And judging by our benevolence's reaction, I'd say Maya was right to be worried. Although we probably shouldn't have said that in front of Rafa. Wait, what are the holes? Yeah. They're in the same place, and there are crease marks here such that it looks like it was folded up and then stabbed with something? There are a number of places on this letter where there are 3 holes in a row. Are these supposed to be some sort of a message too? Not that we'll be finding out anytime soon, I suspect. It doesn't look like that to me. It looks like what would happen if it was folded all together. Although it's kind of weird that this newspaper cut out goes across the crease, but doesn't show any signs of having been folded itself. Lady Kee'ra's warning added to the court record. It appears to be Lady Kee'ra to the High Priest. There are holes in the rows of 3 all over it. All right, accused, wrap it up. I guess they have more questions for me. Yeah, at least I have a better idea of what we're up against now. Nick, there's something I've been meaning to say. I don't need a lawyer this time. What are you talking about? It's just... You know they have the Defense Culpability Act here in Khura'In, right? Well, if I'm found guilty, you'll be charged with abetting a criminal. Maya, thanks for thinking of me, but don't worry, Maya. We'll pull through this together, somehow. We always have, haven't we? Yeah, but we're not in Kansas anymore, you know? True, but I've been through one trial here already, so I know what I'm getting myself into. We're going to win this one, no matter what, because I believe in your innocence. Yeah, I know. You've always won because of your faith in me. That's right. So it's all aboard the Phoenix Freedom Express. Thank you, Nick. Well, I'll see you later. I'm glad they didn't make too big of a show about that there. It would have been out of character for them to have like a long drawn out argument about it because they do trust each other that much. Bravado will not save you tomorrow, and by then it will be too late to ask for mercy. We're going to beat this charge. You'll see. I don't care to understand every single word that was spoken. But I don't like the sound of that Phoenix Freedom Express one bit. Wait. Don't tell me you don't know what Freedom Express refers to. Ah! Of course I know! Do not presume to know what I do not know!
Nana?
I'm no closer to understanding why someone would want the High Priest dead, but given the use of the Warba'ad dagger and the existence of the warning letter, I'd say the rebel hunter disguised as Lady Kee'ra is the real prime suspect, or someone wants to frame them anyway, really bad. It might help if I knew a little more about this modern-day Lady Kee'ra. I wonder if anyone has any info on them. Maybe the first thing I should do is go someplace where locals like to gather. I guess we're headed back to,
Oh, a bazaar. Interesting. Can't wait to see what that place is about next time on Ace Attorney's Spirit of Justice, because that is all we have time for now, my friends. But yeah, they really keep harping on about how Zeh'lot over here was such a good friend of the deceased and has been here this whole time, so he seems so suspicious to me.
oh yeah, and there's the moody Khura'In's detention center theme as well.
Good luck in questioning, Maya. I know you'll do great. And that is all for now. Next video on the channel is going to be some more Flying with Three Houses, our Verdant Wind Assassin's only run. I reckon next episode here we will be getting to the end of the investigation. It does kind of sound like we're wrapping it up in the sense of being going to be like, we're going to get this one last piece of information and that'll be all kind of... Maya was arrested for being there. That's exactly what happened. Thank you so very much for coming around. Hopefully I will see you around, Admirals. Gonna be out of here now. Peace!
I can protect the boat for this.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'll give it a shot. As long as you're an adjutant, basically can't be killed.